disrespect you and call you crazy, but here's our number. Call the Dynasty. Get off your fat ass and don't be lazy. So fucking do it. Call the Dynasty. 617-943-6027. That's right, motherfucking do it. Go!
Alright, so our one and only, our one time doing it this year. Your idea from last year. We did it twice last year. I thought it was successful. We get a lot of good feedback. We get a lot of
yucks.
Yep, we did it. So let's do it. Call the Dynasty Podcast team. We are open our phone lines to anybody at all who want to ask us anything at all. Hit the button, bub. Let's open up the phone lines. Hit the button.
Click.
Okay.
They're open.
But where are the phone calls?
No, well, you just gotta wait a second. It's on like a 10-second delay, I think.
Okay. 10-second delay. Okay. We don't have any phone calls, bub. Why don't we have any phone calls? Oh, wait a minute. There's one. There's one. And it looks like it is a Ben from... Where's Ben from? Coach Ben Green?
Riverdale.
Is he from Riverdale? Well, he's from... Yeah, you're right. I mean now, but he's
now he's from...
Like, I'm not from Riverdale right now, but
well,
we're all always Riverdalians.
Now he's from Whitensville.
What? Okay, Ben from Whitensville. Yes, Benjamin.
Hello there, gentlemen. I was wondering how Commissioner Scooper, Phil, and Brian fared at Arrowhead Stadium for Monday Night Football. How were you treated there? How was, the tailgate, the in-game experience, and leaving the game after the Patriots lost? And secondly, now that you've gone to another game, what is the Patriots' record when you guys see them play live? So I know Commissioner Scooper's been to more away games, so that could skew his record, but I was just wondering what you guys' records are. Thank you.
Good question, Ben. Good question. Well, I'll answer that.
Okay, yeah, because you should.
It's directed towards me.
Yes, because I wasn't there.
We were treated in Kansas. First of all, Kansas City is a really cool city. But anyway, you didn't ask me that.
Was it a cool city?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, good.
It was a cool city. Negro Baseball Hall of Fame was there, bub. Yep. The
Negro Damas.
Yeah.
Phil? I've given you a little something.
We were treated. I would put them as from fan standpoint, like kind of on the upper side of average, not the best,
so above
knowledgeable,
average, aka
above average. Yeah, I mean the game in and of itself breaking the sound record of all time was awesome.
Yep.
But we definitely wore our Patriots gear, for the weekend or whatever we were there, even on the game day days. And we heard our fair share of heckles and whatnot, but they were all in good fun. There was nothing like really bad. I will say, like nothing like in Cleveland. That was the worst I've ever heard verbally. Somebody said that they hope Tom Brady dies of AIDS to us. I didn't even know what to say to that. Like, that's the worst verbally thing I've ever experienced at an away game. In Pittsburgh was the physical aspect of it. I got a sharp elbow to the sternum. Yeah, it's a good thing, more so then than now. I was, I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah, pretty ripped
I was able to take it.
Yeah.
I didn't respond, didn't retaliate.
Good. You
Especially,
didn't want to kill anyone.
It was after the game, so we lost. So I didn't appreciate that, though.
No, I don't blame you.
I didn't appreciate it. And then what else?
What's your record?
What's the record?
Like their record. I think their record, not your record.
Well,
what's the past record when you see a game?
So real quick, I'm looking at the pictures up there. We went to Nashville. We won that game against the Titans back in 06-ish. That was when I went to go see DG, but he already snipped himself and he didn't play. I was very disappointed there was not a DG wing in the pro shop at the Titan, and I actually verbalized that to the manager there. Anywho, Cleveland, we lost. That was the Peyton Hillis game. We lost in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. We won in Miami. And we won in Buffalo last year, and then we lost here in Kansas City. So I wasn't keeping track. What is that? 3-3, bub?
3-3.
3-3. So 500, and Brian is 1-1. So Phil and I are 3-3 when it comes to past games. So
it's like a coin flip.
It's basically a coin flip, which is
literally.
And I think we've seen two of the worst losses in the Belichick-Brady era between the Browns and the Chiefs.
So you're saying it's your fault?
Are
we in agreement? It's the agreement show.
For due to being an agreement show, I'll agree with you, Bubba. Now, who else do we have on the line? Looks like we have another caller, Bubba.
Let's go.
It's a Coach Matthew Whiffen.
Oh, hello, Matthew.
Matthew, what would you have to say to us?
Hey, Eric and Bubba, it's the champ, Matt Whiffen of the Hong Kong Cavaliers. I got a question for both of you, actually. So, first to Eric. Eric, you've had consistent success lately, but haven't won a championship. We've seen most champions have really sold out the next year to win, like myself. Is your philosophy changing at all this season? Are you more inclined to give up those second, third, fourths all of next year's draft in order to win? And Bubba, you seem to have done that in the past, but haven't won. Are you going to be a little more conservative?
Wow.
It's an interesting question.
It's a very good question.
I
Very
like it.
strategic, well thought out question.
I think he's been thinking about this since last year.
I-
Since the last Call the Dynasty podcast segment.
I think Matt Whiffen is a genius. Do you want to answer? Why don't you go first? You answer it first, Bob, and then I'll go. I don't know how much I want to give away from a strategic standpoint.
I
to
don't
be
mind.
honest.
I don't mind being.
Okay.
I'm like a book. I'm like an open book. What do they call that? Open window.
They call it a
don't know.
slut.
Oh.
You open your legs for
Yeah.
anyone.
Fortunately, Mr. Whiffen and anyone who's listening, I feel like I don't personally have to trade away next year necessarily with the team that I have. I may want to make one or two moves here or there, but I think obviously with Peterson going down, that hurt me a little bit. But I think I already have a very, very good team as it is. So in this particular year, I don't think I'm going to have to, but my philosophy would still be, if I have to, then I will. Because I agree with you. I think you pretty much have to sell to win.
I disagree with that statement. I agree with everything else. I don't think you need to completely sell out to win, and we've seen it happen. I don't believe Chris completely sold out to win, and I don't believe Zach completely sold out to win. They both actually had decent, not winning, but decent seasons the next year.
Do you want a decent? I mean,
Well, they won. The
Yeah.
point is they won that year without completely selling out. So what I'm saying is that we've seen it happen, and we've also seen Matt and the Johns of the world, which is their strategy, which is obviously their prerogative, which is fine for them. It worked that year where they did completely sell out. I think there's a little bit. No, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna say something. I can't. Never mind. I actually kind of did a little bit. If you remember, a bunch of years ago, I did. I had no draft picks that year, and I ended up competing. So
it's true.
with that said, like you, if I had to, I would. And I have a possible receiver need this year. So I think it's very situational, right?
Yeah, I agree.
If the right player or players are available for the right draft pick or picks, I'm more than willing to, quote unquote, sell out or make a trade for a very high draft pick. Hell, I did it last year with Rodgers. I traded a 3rd round pick for Rodgers last year.
You do have a receiver need, huh?
Well, this isn't about me though. Well, it actually is. Do I?
It's very much about you.
It is all about me. Yeah, Jordy Nelson is key, obviously, but then I've got a couple of guys who
The Rube's not very reliable, I don't think, and then Cordero.
Yeah.
I think that was a unfortunately a bust pick at this.
Yeah, I agree. So anyway, good question, Matt. And
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matthew. Now, Bubba, let's see who else we have.
Okay.
Let's see who else we have.
your fat ass and don't be lazy. So fucking do it. Call the Dynasty.
617-943-6027. That's right, motherfucking do it. Go!
All right, so our one and only, our one time doing
I like
this
this.
year. Your idea from last